brands we've been able to feature over the past year on the list, and we are about to show you one of our top-selling shoes. It's one of the top-selling shoes across all brands here at HSN. These beautiful Steve and Steve Madden woven styles are something women have come to love. So not only is this woven concept a top seller, Steve by Steve Madden, it also is one of their Steve Madden shoe concepts that sells worldwide. Tonight, what we're doing is launching a brand new style in these iconic woven designs. And what I love about this, it's really more of a sandal. You get everything we love. It still has great comfort, great support. It is a wedge. It's a little bit smaller wedge. You have that great, wonderful footbed that we all love because you get that, again, that great cushioning effect when you walk in these shoes. They stretch, so it literally molds itself to your foot when you put it on. $79. It's the launch. It's the first time anybody's ever seen this brand new design, and we have Michael Fishbein here to share all the details. Thank you so much for being part of the list.
Oh, thank you for having me.
These have become, women wait for your wovens to come back in stock.
It's a phenomenon. It really, really is a phenomenon. Comfort is so important now. That's really what's fashionable right now. It's all about comfort. So this shoe particularly, it's a brand new wedge height. This has never been really shown before. So it's a little bit lower than what we've been showing here on the list. This one is a great alternative to a flat sandal. It has the flexibility. It gives you that little bit of height. It has 4 millimeters of memory foam, which is the greatest thing ever, right?
I love that.
You push it down, it just absorbs all that shock.
And it looks so good on the foot. There's a zip in the back. You slip into this. You get nice coverage on your foot, but it is more of a sandal, which is great. This crisscross narrows the ankle. It narrows that whole foot area, and the shoe stays on your foot. So it's a sandal, but it's not flipping around. You don't feel like you're going to slip off this shoe. It doesn't flip-flop when you walk, right?
Yeah, that noise, that annoying noise.
That flop, flop, flop. It doesn't do that. And look, that's what I was saying. See how pretty this is on your foot? That cross, that crisscross in the front. And that wedge is perfect. It's a 1.5-inch wedge. So it's just enough to give you a little height, a little lift, but you last all day in these shoes. And under jeans, with your capris, with your little skirts, your sundresses, your maxis, the Nikki Pulos Today special coming up later on, your jumpsuits. This kind of works with a lot of different things.
It goes with everything. You could be dressed up or dressed down. It goes with everything.
It really does.
I like that it's not a thong. You know, there's so many flat sandals out there with thongs. This is great. It has that one bend and sort of hides those trouble areas, like if you have like a weird funky toe.
Yes.
It hides that.
Point.
Right?
Good
So I
point.
love that.
Yeah, it's not too bare. You know, some sandals are so bare that you maybe wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it to work, or, you know, certain restaurants, you don't want a real bare look on your foot. So what's nice about this is you do get the coverage. It's not a thong, and yet it's stretchy. You'll love having it on. I mean, it's almost like somebody custom made a shoe for you when you slip into this, because this is so soft. The metallics, by the way, I'm going to find out what's left in the champagne color. I think this is such a great neutral. Because it's so pretty and soft. It's a hint of like a metallic gold. So that's the champagne color. Here's the multi, and the multi is always a hit. It has all the fun pop colors. It's just so playful and cute. Black is always a winner. So we have black, and then finally you have the silver.
I have the silver paired with the gray wedge bottom, which is great. I also love that it has a back. Right, so this is something that you can walk in and you don't have to worry. It's so much more comfortable to wear a sandal that has a back. Yes,
that's kind of what I was saying. It's not flipping off your foot. Yeah. It doesn't make noise when you walk around in this. It stays in place on your foot. By the way, use express ordering while we're busy. You're the first audience to ever see this, so I would encourage you to get it tonight. We have it on 3 flexible payments for you. You'll want to live in these. Champagne is actually the most limited at this point, so if you need the champagne, we have sizes 6 through 10 available. As we said, it has that molded heel. It's a 3/4 little platform in the front. The heel in the back goes to 1.5 inches, but it's literally like standing on about a 1/2-inch heel.
Yeah.
Because of the platform, that little bit of platform in the front. And there's something about even, you know, certain sandals, you put your foot in the sandal and your feet slip forward.
Yes.
Will never happen in this, because there's this really, I wish you could feel it. This footbed, it's like It's almost like terry.
It's 4 millimeters of memory foam.
Right. So your feet, stay in place when you put this on your foot. You're not slipping forward in your shoe.
No, it holds it.
It holds it, because there's nothing worse than that. A slide like this, when you put your foot in and then suddenly your feet are going over the front of the shoe. Will not happen with this. That crisscross, the way it's designed, it feels very secure on the foot.
Yeah.
And that is really by design.
Yes, and also I wanted to point out that we made them a little dressy because I want this to be something that could be worn all day, day into evening. Yes. So, of course, we have 2 metallic colors, the champagne and the silver.
So cute.
If you look at the black, it has a metallic overcast to it, almost like a little shimmer.
It does.
So it can be worn out for dinner. This is something...
Absolutely. Oh, my gosh, are you kidding? Totally perfect for wearing out to dinner. Dress it up. You could be in a dressier little slack or a little dress. Put this on. That's the fun of that metallic. The champagne, it's a nod to that softness of gold, like a really soft gold. The silver, I'll just show you, is so pretty. It almost looks like woven silver. It almost looks like jewelry. So pretty, but without being over the top sparkly.
Correct.
It's not that jeweled look. This is, if you want it to be every single day, it can be.
Right. It's just enough, but it could, of course, still be worn casual.
Right.
Right.
You're going to love them. It would not be one of the all-time best-selling Stephen by Steve Madden shoes, period. These wovens have completely taken the world by storm. It is our top-selling Stephen by Steve Madden style, these beautiful wovens. And then on top of that, this is brand new, first time. And I do love the Beezy. I love the other shoes we do, but they're more of a shoe.
Definitely.
This is a real, true sandal.
And really the first time that we're really showing a sandal here on HSN.
Right.
Right? More to come, but here's a great new one. The ones that we've showed before were more shoe-like. They were more for transition, more for 12 months. Here's a great sandal, but we're not sacrificing the memory foam, the great elastic upper. Right? It has a little zipper in the back. It fits everybody. If you're between sizes, don't worry. It'll stretch.
Totally. I mean, that's the whole key to this. And I just love everything you're saying. You're right, because it's the first time we've taken this concept. I personally love that it's a sandal. I think for me personally, I would get more mileage out of this. Yeah. I just think you'll find it's going to work with a lot of different types of outfits. It's really pretty on the foot. And, it doesn't matter if you have a high instep, a low instep. That's what's nice about this, that little bit of stretch. It really works with your foot, molds to your foot, and you feel secure in it. A lot of sandals, you feel like you're going to slip out of them. Yeah. To the side or to the front. This keeps it, holds on your foot. And it shows just enough. You see a peak of the toe, but I think about my mom who does not love her toes. My mom grew up in an era where they always wore the really high, spiky, pointy toe shoes. And so her toes, she's not that happy with her toes. Sure. So my mom, this is what she would wear. Right. She doesn't want a sandal that shows a complete full foot. And a lot of sandals do. Your feet better be in great shape, your pedicure better look perfect, because it's all going to show. See, with this, you just get a peek of the toe, but it's not, right?
Yeah, it's for the everyday woman, right?
Yes. It's for real life.
It's for real life, right?
That's it.
You can walk in it. Your feet aren't going to hurt. It has a little bit of lift. It could be worn, casual. It could be worn dressy. It really is a great investment that could be worn really all through spring.
Exactly. I always joke about that. My New Year's resolution is I absolutely will not buy another uncomfortable pair of shoes just because they're pretty. I refuse. Because they sit in the closet and they look great in the closet, but they never come out to play. Right. Because when they do, they make me miserable. And so I think for those of us that have discovered that we need to figure it out, we need to find the shoe that looks great, but that we love having on our feet. And I know this is a sure bet, because this style continues to be our top seller. Women love it. And by the way, the champagne, last call shortly, goes out on the champagne color. This is like a beautiful suede. Yeah. I wish you could feel this. It's so cushy and soft. And when you unzip it, that's all. There's absolutely no metal, let me show you, that touches your foot at all. This is all like just soft, cushy, beautiful, like a suede interior.
It's super comfortable.
It is.
Really, and that's what these are about. It's about fashion meets comfort. All Steve said to me was just make some cool, comfortable shoes, right? That have a fashion.
That's not that easy to do.
Right, well, yeah, tell him that. Hey, Steve, if you're watching.
No, seriously, because in theory it sounds, great, okay, cool, comfortable, but sometimes comfort, you don't get the cool factor.
Right.
right? You don't
Exactly.
get a really flattering look. A lot of the real comfortable shoes that we think about, like a Birkenstock or something like that are really comfortable, but you don't necessarily get that same style, the same look that you get here.
And those are very casual, and you can't wear them for dinner. This is something we could take, on a cruise. You can wear it in the day, dinner, really throughout the entire day. And believe me, you're going to want to keep them on because they are super, super comfortable. It has, 100% elastic upper, memory foam, super lightweight, flexible wedge with a slight pitch.
Yes.
Really,
just enough texture on the bottom. So if you're walking on a dock, if you're on a boat, if you're somewhere where it's slick, if you're on a damp sidewalk, you have enough texture on the bottom. So again, you feel secure. It almost feels. What is it? What did you do to the bottom of the shoe?
So it doesn't scuff like, like you have white tile or something.
I love this. Exactly. It's not going to leave non-skid. It's not going to leave marks on a floor either. Wait until you get this on your foot. It's a little more contemporary looking. So I like it. It's not a Gladiator per se at all, but it does have a more, just a more modern feel to it. I think it's the crisscross in the front. I think that it's the fact that you have a shoe back on this.
Which is super
So you don't have like a strap. Your sandals and you've got the strap and it's buckled and it's gouging, right? And you get it's literally gouging into your heel. You know what I'm talking? Well,
I'm in the shoe business. I know. I understand.
So you don't get that because this is an actual shoe back. You get the full heel.
Super important.
It is important. You wouldn't get the same feel if this is wrapped. You would not get that same comfort and security on your foot.
Right, and that's really what we were going for. Something that's super comfortable, super sturdy, on a wearable height, at an affordable price, right? With memory foam and elastic that can be worn for every occasion.
You achieve the impossible.
Right. Well, we try.
No, that's
and I like these uppers. I like the touches of metallic with the shimmer because
I do too.
It can be dressier. Even the multi has a little bit of a silver thread going into it just for a little pop.
Exactly. See how this is just so stretchy?
They
and
stretch.
That, if you can see this up close, the gold, and by the way, the gold, we're calling it champagne, but it's a soft, beautiful gold. The gold is going to be the first to sell out here. You can see over 1,500 gone. If you want this color, this champagne color, you might want to treat yourself now. You'll love that memory foam. If you've ever stood on memory foam, if you've ever slept on memory foam, the shock absorption, you get the comfort. It literally molds to you. That's what this feels like. When you put your foot in it, it just cradles your foot. Your foot nests down in there, which is so great. So they really become your own. It really feels like a shoe that was made for you. So champagne, silver, only a couple hundred, down to a few more than 200 left in the champagne. Black, we only have a couple hundred also. So there's that black metallic.
Great color.
Fantastic. Silver still available. If you love the silver, these neutrals are so nice because they just work with everything. And they work with all different colors. So that's the silver. And then finally, the multi is so cute and so much fun. So whichever you're ordering, go for it. By the way, I do want to show you the shoe that I have on.